Know me. David, it's nice to see you. Ginny, it's nice to see you. And Sandy, it's nice to see over you. That's a short joke.
Okay.
That's a short joke.
All right.
Owen! You can complete 100-piece puzzles. You can name 70 Thomas the Train characters. You can count to 20. But you still think your name is Anya. High five?
He doesn't see the humor
All right.
in that.
Owen was born on Easter, but's allergic to eggs. Lana was born on the day the Cubs won the World Series. She'll be allergic to baseball. And now for the person allergic to an empty stomach, Fred. Some of these you may have heard before a little bit. Fred uses his garbage disposal constantly. Once I saw him put a disposal down a disposal. Most people's idea of paradise is a beach on a private island. Private island. Fred's is a small hamburger stand in Des Plaines.
Paradise Pup, yes.
You've heard this. Fred orders his hamburgers extra rare, just like the chance of a human being surviving after eating something so undercooked. Fred's favorite food is prime rib. It's ironic because he would need prime ribs to be able to hold all the food in that he eats. Fred got gastric bypass recently. He bypassed his third lunch. Fred did get his stomach stapled, though. Stapled larger. Fred once sent back steamed broccoli at Chili's 3 times.
Oh, God.
That's like sending back steamed broccoli 3 times at Chili's. There's no comparison for something like that.
Chop it. Oh, chop it.
Chop it?
Your mom can chop it.
Oh.
Use smaller pieces.
Fred has more food on his shirt than his shirt.
However, that might be true a couple times.
Sandy, welcome to the roast.
Uh-oh.
You'll be the target of the next roast. Right now, you only have a few jokes. Sandy has a friend, Laura, that went to Northwestern for her undergrad and master's degree in math, all at Northwestern, yet can barely hold a job at Walmart. She's kind of like Goodwill Hunting, except she can only afford to shop at Goodwill. If you want old newspaper articles, you have to go to a microfiche. Or if you're a microfiche and you need old articles, you go to Sandy.
Oh!
But newspapers.
Oh!
Sandy has collected more newspapers than the Chicago Tribune.
Where's this collection?
Mommy, we got making comments.
Uh-oh.
All right, Ginny.
Uh-oh.
Thank you for coming to the roast.
Thanks for having me.
Just a little bit. It's okay. No.
Owen? Can I get back to the roast? All right, as we all know, Ginny is very organic. The food she buys is very organic. During the summer, Ginny leans gently towards the sun. Ginny doesn't get blood tests. She gets a chlorophyll test. These are all plant
Plant-based
jokes.
jokes.
Ginny doesn't have limbs. She has branches. Ginny doesn't take showers. She gets watered. In 12 years, Owen will be completing a science fair project on which color light makes her grow the fastest.
Say his mom grows the fastest.
Owen wasn't born. Ginny planted him and grew him in the hospital. Got him 9 months later. Ginny had a roommate in college in the Chance program. The Chance program is a program where underprivileged students get an opportunity to succeed in college. Except Ginny's roommate was not in that Chance program. Her chance was trying to live with Ginny for a year.
Oh. Ooh.
All right. We now go to the man of the hour. That would be David. You'll notice a lot of sleeping jokes. 20 in a row. David falls asleep so early, his nightlight is the sun. David bought an alarm clock 10 years ago and hasn't used it once. One morning he woke up so early the snooze bar hit him. As a child, there were monsters underneath David's bed. He woke up so early he scared them. Statistically, David has a 0% chance of ever seeing Dracula. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Oh.
We just need
It
some
only comes
time.
out at midnight.
Sometimes
You're
you have
going
to think-
so
You have to
fast.
think about that.
Yes.
All right, I'll slow down. David recently tried moving into a retirement community. He moved out after 1 month complaining everyone in the neighborhood was up too late and kept sleeping in. When David checks into a hotel room, they ask him for a wake-up call. David likes to pee outside and fall asleep early. He will now be called Rip Van Tinkle.
That I like. That's a good one.
I don't know if I can say this one around a young kid. We'll skip it. That'll be an outtake. David played football for 5 years in college. Many football players are worried about CTE, which is brain trauma caused by repeated blows to the head. It turns out David has CTE, but it's not from football. His CTE is chronically tired too early. Ginny sometimes has restless leg syndrome. David has restful body syndrome. David recently went to bed for the night, but woke up after 2 hours and couldn't fall asleep. He read a book, took some NyQuil, and eventually fell asleep at 9:30. David gets so tired so early, he had to take performance-enhancing drugs for night games. Caffeine.
Any more, honey?
Can't say that one. They say the early bird catches the worm. Or if you're a worm, they say the early worm catches David. That might have been all the...
There's muffin or
There's an end to this sentence.
Oh, what did I start?
You said that might have been.
Oh, I would say, well, Owen's calling for a timeout here. We'll take a short break.
Owen, Huggy, with eyes.
Why don't you sit on Daddy's lap for a little bit?
Owen, are you enjoying the roast?
No.
Oh,
He's too sick.
Maybe he needs an impression in between or something
Nose.
to liven it up. He's your youngest tech.
all right, we'll keep going. There's only 15 jokes left. David says he wants a 3-season room. Ginny says he needs a rubber room. Is that good?
Yes, good.
Okay. Ginny watches Shark Tank, not the TV show. That's what she calls watching David eat at the dinner table.
He's your youngest heckler ever.
Yeah, I'm getting heckled by a 2-year-old.
He won't even look at you.
David has people walk on his back to relieve pressure. Because as we all know, over 200 pounds of weight on a small portion of your spine relieves pressure.
Oh yeah, that's true. That makes no sense when he says that.
Keep going. When David used to crack his neck, Ginny would always get mad. Then she read an article about someone who died from cracking his neck. Now she gives him pointers. Oh.
That was a dig.
That's the last one. Okay, David surprisingly doesn't play fantasy football, but the players on his football team do. They have fantasies about playing football for a normal coach.
Oh.
David and his coaches run his football team like a circus. And much like a kid at a circus, his players are not sure why they're there, when it will end, and they're sick of the clowns running the show.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
David has placed all of Owen's college fund in Facebook stock. It's always wise to place large sums of money into one place, isn't it, David? I find it funny that it's Facebook stock, because I can't wait to see Owen's face when 16 years from now there is only enough money to buy one book. Oh. David got bit by a dog and was really upset until he won $3,000 in a lawsuit. Coincidentally, David is breaking into the pit bull shelter tonight with sausages tied to his body. David played offensive line while playing football in college. More specifically, he played guard, which is what DCFS tells Ginny she should do to Owen. Get it? Guard Owen? Yeah. She should guard Owen from David.
Oh,
he's a
okay.
lunatic. Okay. David sponsored the Hunger Awareness Club at Stevenson. It was quickly shut down after administration found out it was just students picking up delivery for him after school.
Oh, that's one.
David loves to buy and sell stocks. David loves to buy and sell stocks. One of his mottos is always to buy on the dip, which is very similar to Ginny's motto. I married a dip.
Oh,
All right, this is kind of a dirty joke, It's a gay joke. Are we allowed to say this? This is a good
Is anybody
one.
gay here?
No, this is a good one. It's kind of bad, but it's worth saying.
You want me with the two
David goes to a gay dentist. He recently went to an appointment to get a few cavities filled. Well, a cavity.
Oh,
Sorry. So bad, but that was a really good joke. I
Yeah,
couldn't
so
not
disgusting.
say that. That brought down the house when I tested that on other people. So I had to say it.
Who are these people?
That's a
Select.
bad one.
Dave, all right, so here's a Kalea joke. David's,
But he isn't gay. I thought he was gay, but he isn't.
I don't know. David's dentist is Dr. Kalea, or as Blue Cross Blue Shield knows him, Rockefeller. He
Oh.
overcharges the insurance fee. Here's an analogy. Dr. Kalea is to patients as Madoff is to unsuspecting citizens. All right, we have come to the last joke of the evening. Have you guys all had a great time?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
All right. David worked at Party City for 3 weeks before quitting. He admits to being a horrible employee. I don't want to say Party City was happy to see him leave, but it was the first time they bought their own merchandise.
That's a
They had a
good
party.
one.
Good job.
Thank you for the rose.
Clap for Uncle.
There was lots
I
of
will-
time and
Are you
effort.
going to do that for your